Listen up and clean your ears out, because these boys are here.
Making a Forza joke. Welcome to Bugboys. This is the podcast where we talk about Kamen Rider and Tokusatsu. I'm Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas, when did you get here?
You know, Sebastian, I got here a while ago. That's not really Michael Douglas.
I'm like your biggest fan. What were you in?
I got fucked in the ass by Matt Damon.
I'm Sebastian. That's not Michael Douglas.
Okay, so
That's not him.
We got some news today to start with. Okay, first and foremost, the writer Gareth Edwards will not be directing for Godzilla. We know this for a while, but we know that the replacement will be Michael Dougherty, who was also known for writing Krampus alongside Zach Shields, as well as X2 and Superman Returns.
Zach Shields is a movie?
No, it's a writer. That sounds like an action movie, though. This summer, his arms are made of solid metal, and he's also got a barrier around his his emotional life, so it's hard to get to him. Zach Shields.
He's been through things.
He's been through things. He has an emotional shield put up. So he's going to be doing that. So that's pretty cool.
I liked Krampus.
Krampus was good. Yeah. It's
I wouldn't say it's the best writing, but
I thought it was pretty funny at the very least.
No, it was a okay movie. I liked it, but it wasn't because of the writing.
Oh, okay. I thought at the very least, if they're going to be going for some more monster stuff, that's a pretty good writer to go with, I guess. Mm-hmm. It's pretty good. I still like Gareth Edwards more, but
my dad does that. I've seen my dad. My dad will get a cut, and then he'll literally use a rag that's covered in oil and wrap it around.
We're recording.
Oh shit! No, we're not.
Yeah, we are. I started recording 10 seconds ago.
My dad will still do that.
Okay, well, we're not talking about that anymore.
Why not?
Because we're talking about Bugboys.
Go back. Start over on that.
All right. So famous Japanese. We were talking. We had to pause. Famous Japanese wrestler and outspoken Kamen Rider fan Hiroshi Tanahashi will be appearing in Kamen Rider Heisei Generations as the Roboru Bugster, using a prototype version of the Mecha Gashat that X8 will be using later on. He is a pretty outspoken Kamen Rider fan. He's known for referencing Kamen Rider in his finishing moves on the ring. So that's really cool. I like seeing those kinds of dudes. So that's a thing. Mm-hmm. More notably, the Pacific Rim sequel will be having Makanyu of Kamen Rider Drive Surprise Future fame in it. He will be playing the character Ryoichi in that.
Wait,
so,
the sequel film?
The sequel to Pacific Rim, yes.
I thought they canceled it.
Oh, dude, I got some good news for you. John Boyega is in it. Yeah. He's producing it, alongside with a bunch of other people. Mm-hmm. They're doing a whole thing right now. Yeah, and a Chinese studio is working on it. They're working on it big time now. Yeah. Because China was
China.
They love Pacific Rim, so they're funding a lot of that. So yeah, no, John Boyega is going to be in it, which is awesome. And now we got a guy from Kamen Rider in it too, which is really neat.
Wow,
so
Luke Skywalker himself.
Wow. Yeah. That's what you reminded me. Wow, I can't believe I'm a cyborg now. Wow, I can't believe. Hey, have you ever transformed mid-henshin when someone hits you? It's like, wow, I can't believe you did that. But
Can't.
Wow.
Okay,
mouthing wow.
We got it.
But no, that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I love John Boyega and getting to see him in a
You
giant
love him
robot.
for seeing one movie?
I like him as a person.
Oh, okay.
He's a cool dude. I do like him based on one film he was in, because that's how acting works. That's how consuming films works. I like a person in one film, so I can assume that they will be good in another.
What about Hayden Christensen?
I'm taking my glasses off.
Why?
He's making a jab at me.
Why? How am I making a jab?
He's character assassination. He's trying to grief me as we speak on the internet using words. We're actually in the grid right now. I'm getting derezzed as we speak. That's a little nerd reference in case you didn't get that. Yeah, so that's kind of that's the news so far. Okay, so next episode of the newest episode of Kamen Rider X8 just aired, episode 4. So the episode just to recap, the episode begins at the coroner's office where a staff member is given lunch he forgot at home by his sister, as the shadow of a creature looms from afar. Back at the hospital, Emu ponders on how he will continue to protect people without his Gashat when suddenly Hawaiian Boy Red Jacket appears, revealing himself as Kiriya Kujo. He brings with him the coroner from earlier named Yoshitake and asks Emu to save him from a bugster infection that he's received. Meanwhile, at the CR headquarters, Poppy and Hito speak with the Genin president, who apologizes for giving Taiga the gamer driver, admitting he had underestimated the former doctor. Dog is walking up to us right now. Hito asks the president for one of each 10 Gashats in order to defeat Snipe, but he learns, however, that the Gashats they use are the only ones made for the gamer driver, and all 10 are unique. The Genin president reveals that all 10 Gashats were based on games that had been hit with severe glitches resulting in 0 day. The president had fixed 4 of the Gashats for rider use, as it's currently developing 4 more to be used later on. Kiriya appears at Taiga's abandoned hospital and challenges him. Emu diagnoses Yoshitake, who offhandedly mentions he cares little for what happens to himself. Hito and Asuna appear, and Emu learns that Kiriya is a coroner who investigates unknown causes of death. 3 years prior, he had blackmailed the Genin president into giving him a gamer driver after mysteriously discovering the secret of 0 day. Kiriya and Taiga appear prepared to challenge each other, and the red-jacketed coroner reveals one of his friends had been killed on 0 day, serving as his resolve to stop the virus. Yoshitake angrily disrupts their discussion, asking Kiriya to help him, who in turn dismissively promises to fix his colleague after the challenge ends. This causes Yoshitake to clutch his chest and transform into a giant meatball wheel. Kiriya reminds Taiga to return Emu's Gashat if they win, after which they both transform. Using the Boxo Bite Gashat, Kiriya transforms into Kamen Rider Laser Level 1. The two make short work of the meatball wheel, which exits Yoshitake's body in the form of a racing bugster who flees on his motorcycle. Laser's Level 1 form appears to go haywire as Hito transforms into Brave Level 2 to combat Snipe Level 2, and the fight gives Laser the distraction he needed to steal the Mighty Action X shot and give it back to Emu. Emu, for some reason I just said it like that.
Mm-hmm.
To chase down the racing bugster, Laser levels up, but becomes a motorbike instead of an upgraded humanoid form. Asuna reveals that Laser requires a partner for him to move at max speed. Emu moves to aid Yoshitake instead, and the bugster escapes, much to Laser's chagrin. Brave and Snipe prepare to finish their brawl, but are suddenly intercepted by the palette-swapped X8, who defeats both of them using a simple bicycle, which was an excellent scene.
Mm-hmm.
Back at CR, an ailing Yoshitake reveals that his sister had been kidnapped moments after the episode's first scene, and he had been infected afterwards. His concern for his sister is causing the virus to worsen, so Emu promises to rescue Yoshitake's sister and encounters Kiriya, who offers to help in exchange for a potential friendship. Emu, of course, being the sweet boy he is, gladly agrees. In an unnamed factory, Pallid and Graphite linger with Yoshitake's sister in tow, where they observe the battle to come. Kiriya and Emu both transform and choose a racing stage using the driver, drawing the racing bugster and Yoshitake's sister to the racetrack. The racing bugster plans on slaying Yoshitake's sister upon winning the race, causing the coroner to die and for him to become real. X8 and Laser work together to race against the bugster, defeat him, and win the race. Upon saving the coroner's sister, X8 and Yoshitake's sister are thrown off of Laser's bike form, and the coroner levels down, preparing to take a sample from the bugster's weakened body. X8 lands safely with the girl in tow and asks why Laser would endanger her in such a way, to which Laser reveals that he had lied about losing a friend on 0 day and was merely using X8 to acquire a bugster sample. Before Laser can produce one, however, the monster's body is destroyed by the palette-swapped X8, who appears and upgrades his form using the Shakariki Sports Gashat. He suddenly defeats X8 and Laser using a single attack before disappearing, and that's how the episode ended. So what did you think?
I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Again, there was some, I guess, some more backstory just being divulged to us. I guess it was partly fictional.
The stuff like Kiriya having
Yeah.
being like, well, yeah, there's of course still the reality that he blackmailed the Genin president. It's one of those cases of course, we warned you that this guy is kind of a shady dude,
Yeah.
and you didn't listen, and now he kind of fucked you over. But like, I don't know, you were really excited about that dude. What do you think of him as a character? Still more to come, obviously.
Obviously, yeah, more to come.
But I like how he's kind of a very like sort of chill, but still kind of an asshole sort of dude.
Yeah, he just comes off a little bit goofy because of his writer form.
Yeah, and if there's any comfort without going into spoilers, he does get like an actual like thing later on.
Even if he does, he still has 2 forms that are goofy. So
everyone else has one form that's goofy. What's
yeah,
the
I
form?
know, but
And they're gonna get goofier later on the more upgrades they get.
For sure. They are.
I don't know. I felt like. Sorry, go ahead.
No, he just, I like him more than. I'm trying to think of who I like the most. right now. You know what? Might go Emu.
Emu?
Yeah, I might like him.
I'm not a fan. That's just because
He's just so typical nice boy.
he's so soft.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Like, and they have to do that. I feel like they're more pressured now and then to do like a nice, like really nice character as opposed to someone like Tendo.
Yeah.
Or
oh yeah.
or Takumi, where Takumi would be like, hey Takumi, I died for you and I brought you some lunch after coming back. He'd be like, fuck you.
I felt like Tendo was nice, but just like.
Well, he was like a fucking like little cocky older brother who was like, I'm gonna let you get hurt so you learn your lesson.
Yeah.
That was kind of his whole thing.
Yeah, but anyway,
and I guess with Ryder nowadays, it's more and more apparent nowadays that they're a role model for kids.
Mhm.
So I feel like there's probably some sort of expectation.
when that happens, so they just come up all samey.
It does. Like someone like Shinosuke was pretty different just because he was a bit older, and he was more of a professional than anything else. But yeah, I'm not that much of a fan of Emu. He's not a bad character.
No, he's just fine.
He's
like,
just
I'm just
plain.
saying, no one so far has like really stuck out. I mean, Snipe.
I like Brave. Brave is just like
Really,
he's just like a more pretentious version of Bravo.
Yeah.
I think minus the edge. He's switched out the pretentiousness for the edge, or the other way around.
Yeah.
I just like him just because he's just like, you need help fighting against Snipe. Give me all of your video games.
Yeah.
Just like, give me all of them, just right off the bat. Tries to do what pretty much everyone else would have done from the get-go if they had actually been there in real life. And I just like that.
It's just throwing one writer after another so fast.
Yeah. And now we're finding out who, the preview for the next episode reveals that we're going to find out who Genom is. I wonder who it is! But,
I just want more I want the characters to, obviously get their time to shine.
You want to get there. You want them to kind
So
of
far,
sort out their grievances.
everything so far is glossed over. So.
It's just them. Yeah, that was the thing about this episode. This episode felt a little bit weaker than the last one.
Yeah, it did. It was weaker.
It's a bit weaker just because, like, for example, they saved his sister and everything, but he still mentioned like, oh, I don't really care what happens to me anyway. And I couldn't tell if that was supposed to be him referring to I don't care what happens as long as my sister is all right, or if maybe there's some sort of other underlying element that we haven't learned about.
Yeah.
So like I want to like mark it off, but at the same time there may be more stuff that's going to happen soon. Because also at the same time, like this scumbag was working alongside Yoshitaka the entire time. Like there's not going to be some sort of thing between them. Like doesn't Yoshitaka feel used in any way? I'm not sure. But the episode felt a little bit weaker than the others in that regard. But I like the idea of
like I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be every episode, but just so far how every episode since it's tied to the rider that's being introduced, it's like, oh, this is a different type of game. So this is the racing game.
Yeah. And they'll be doing that, I'm sure, with the subsequent upgrades and everything. And that's cool because it drives home the fact that obviously the villains use the same power as the main heroes. So every villain has been their parallel to an extent in different ways.
Yeah.
And that's pretty neat. We don't get that very often.
I really like the monster design so far too.
Monster design.
When they're not meatballs, they look pretty slick.
I still don't like, and they use that weird screeching sound. Like this doesn't like seem like a virus monster at all when they're like meatball form. I don't know. Yeah, you're right though. I do like most of the monster designs. They're pretty good looking. Yeah, I think I can't take any marks off just yet because, like I said, next episode might reveal a bit more exposition around Kiria and Yoshitake if there's any at all, or if they're just gonna forget about him forever. So next week I'll probably be a bit more critical of this one. I guess it's a weird thing to say is my critique of this episode will have to be dependent on the next one.
Yeah.
But that is kind of how it is for me.
It's just that we're still in the that phase.
Still in the early stage.
We're still in the early phase, but it's getting they got us start doing some stuff because
they're gonna start. Yeah.
It's like going to that point when what episode of Wizard I was like watching and I was like, man, we still haven't.
Like episode 20.
Yeah, and we're like halfway. Yeah, what are we gonna?
Yeah. Even in Ghost had more of a because we just got back from a game store and there was an employee we were working with who was.
You were working with him?
No, talking to. Fuck off. We were talking to him. He was working there.
Yeah.
Speech, semantics. We were talking to him, and we talked about that kind of with Ghost. I mean, like Wizard has its problems, but I mean, even Ghost felt like there was some degree of progression, even though the pacing was kind of god awful. And at least with X8, it looks like there is some sort of pace. Yeah. There is a pace that we were getting. Shit is happening. Even if down the line it might not be quite as good, I at least prefer that. Mm-hmm. But no, I mean I'm liking everything so far. I'm still waiting to see. I love Kiria's design. You definitely need to roleplay that dude. I mean, cosplay him.
I could. Just gotta shave this face and be that pretty boy.
You gotta do that. You gotta do the fucking knife guy. Like,
Yeah, I just gotta do that. I just gotta walk
The people
around.
who posted the subs for this episode, they made a joke about that, just saying like Kiria looks like the kind of dude who like he looks like a humanization of the Knife Cat, and that I could not agree more. Just
For
replace
people
the
that don't
sword.
know what Knife Cat is, go into the whole history of Knife Cat and.
All right, so back in 2004,
Okay.
lolcats was no, but
Oh, you mean like Long Cats? You remember that? Hey, if you're
hey
listening
guys,
to this, do
you
you
ever
remember that?
Shoop-da-Whoop? You guys remember Shoop to Whoop?
Do you remember?
You guys remember
God.
Dr. Autogonopus Blar? Have you ever seen that?
You know,
Guys, hey, you ever seen Charlie the Unicorn?
Oh, they're gonna say Charlie bit my finger.
Yeah. Do you guys ever see You guys ever?
It's like he is high.
It's like he's high.
It's like kid do drug.
That's not what that video was, but I know which one you're talking about. That's not what it is. But I love to imagine that in the context of like a kid getting his finger bit, and he's like, "Charlie bit my finger," like on like fucking Novocaine or something.
Jesus.
No, but you got that mixed up, and that's great.
I did. Okay.
Yeah, no, you're thinking about something from the
What's the
dentist.
oldest meme on the internet there was? Huh? Wasn't it something awful shit?
Probably something awful or some Newgrounds shit. I
I
don't
don't
know.
get it. Who is a fuck?
But who cares? Yeah, that's the next rider. She's gonna be fucking like an internet fuckhead.
Oh
who
fuck.
transforms using memes.
Hey, I'm not even kidding with you. That could probably happen. Where
It'll happen 5 years. Microphone.
I am chill.
I'm gonna have to edit that out.
No, you're not.
I'm gonna edit it out.
Keep it in.
No, I'm not. Okay, but
keep it in
I'm
my
being
screen.
honest. It will happen eventually. Fucking Forze's catchphrase, like Uchukita, that's based on a Japanese internet meme.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh my god, which meme would it be?
like Japanese memes, I imagine. Not that would matter to us.
It'd be what's the gay man meme again? What's his name?
Billy Harrington.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Billy Harrington rider confirmed.
Confirmed.
And the entire soundtrack is just grunting sounds synced up with
My
drums.
dad is overseas in Japan right now, and he gave me some inside info.
You give my dad, who is Toei, who's the physical embodiment of Toei. He gave us a little bit of info that next rider's
talk
gonna
about it. You're not supposed to talk about it, but just
fuck it. I rebel against my dad every day because he doesn't give me video games.
Fuck you, Dad.
Billy Harrington's the new rider, and he gets the gay gun.
Whoa, the gay gun.
So, yeah, dude. So that's the new thing. But yeah, we just straight off topic.
We just straight off
But,
that topic. You said you were talking about Kiru.
Kiria, yeah.
Kiria.
I don't know. I like him. I like his little look. I like how he's kind of a goofy, like,
I like how
he's just like, yeah, I lied about that.
I like how he just always wears his jacket like that.
He wears his jacket like has like a fucking magnet, something like you said, magnetic clip.
I
just
want to
like-
wear.
I would legit-
I wish I could live in a world where I could wear jackets like that. Do you know what I mean?
I wish I was in the JoJo, like, because like where he has a fucking hat that shifts into his hair. That was like the same logic. Just hair outfits, like fucking Boncho Leomon.
Yeah.
He has the jacket like where it's just laying like a cape. You're supposed to wear that with your sleeves, my boy. Red leather jackets are really expensive, but otherwise I would just totally imitate his look.
I would just imitate.
I base all my fashion choices off of children's TV shows.
Yeah, I do. And that's why I look so goddamn hot. FYI.
There's a little bit of snot running down his nose right now.
No, I don't.
Not anymore, you know.
Wow, fuck you, Kevin. That's
Okay.
so messed up.
It's messed up.
Yeah,
Sad.
you're playing to the field of the podcast, the medium where they can't see what I'm doing. You could like put anything in their brain.
They can see everything.
They can't see
They
anything.
can see you nasty out in the open.
They can't see shit.
They can see you, yeah. They can see your crotch dachshund.
I wonder. Hey, I know you probably might know what I look like if you listen to this, but I wonder what you think I look like because it's probably not that. You ever think about that when you're listening to something? You have like I used to listen to Wait, Don't Tell Me just because it was always on, and I always had a picture of that guy, Peter Sagal. I thought always.
Peter Sagal!
Yeah, that guy. I always thought he was like a really nice looking dude, but he's just like an older dude, bald. You know what I mean? Like not necessarily like a bad looking dude, but he's not what I thought he'd look like. So yeah.
Sorry, what was that? I was kind of tuned out.
Fuck you, man.
Anyway, so-
this is the fuck with me.
This is the fuck with Seabase cast.
Fuck.
So I guess that's kind of all we have to say about that one. So we're gonna be trying to do topics now with each episode usually, to kind of accompany everything else. So the topic I thought we'd just talk about today is just music related to tokusatsu in general. Kind of like, so I guess just launch. What's your favorite opening for Kamen Rider? Do you think?
Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Next Level from Kabuto.
That's the only one I can remember by heart. No, the Here we go.
Here we go, count zero.
Zero.
Kamen Rider.
Agito.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
I like because like I hated that opening theme song at first.
What?
Well, because like I just watched Kuga.
Yeah.
So like I was like, oh, what's Agito like? I was like, no, because I watched the opening theme. I was like, this is way too mellow. Because all I heard was sound like the opening to like a fucking like a Japanese orca, like a Japanese Free Willy adaptation or something.
Nice.
That's what I thought it sounded like to me. and I don't know, I just wasn't interested. And then, but like I actually finally caught up with it years later, and then
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, I'm just
You judged it way too early.
No, I did judge it way too early.
What about how does Ryuki's? I love Ryuki's effort.
Okay, so like
Okay.
Kuga's is my favorite all time.
How does Kuga's go again?
It's like no fear, no pain, blah 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 blah. No, you don't remember? But Kuga is my all-time favorite opening, just because that one just because like and just in sound the soundtrack for Kuga in general, the soundtrack done by Toshihiko Sahashi, great composer, also did the soundtrack for Big O. I like Kuga's soundtrack and I like the song because the song just outright like it gives you that feeling of because like. I don't ever say that Rider should be a certain way. I think Rider means something to different people.
Mm-hmm.
And Rider to me, a Rider should always be suffering. Like, being a Rider should not be, like, a fun, like, happy-go-lucky thing. I'm not saying it needs to be dark, edgy, but, like, being a Rider should be, like, responsibility, but also you are sacrificing your humanity and your stake in this world for the sake of others.
Yeah.
It's a sacrifice. And, like, Kuga's whole show is just all about that. Like, the theme song, like, you can just listen to the theme song, you're like, people are gonna get fucked up in this show. And then you listen to the theme song, the track Senshi, which you know what I'm talking about, I'm sure, but there's a specific track called Senshi in the soundtrack, and that track, to me, that just epitomizes Kamen Rider. Like, every Kamen Rider track, for those who've listened to it, should that to me is what every Rider show should sound like. It's just the feeling of you could get fucked up and you could die in this fight, and you're gonna have to do 5 more others after this. Like, this is a fucking uphill battle. And I think all of Kuga's music just completely encapsulates that perfectly.
I will say that a majority of writers all face some sort of struggle. I mean, that's just with the superhero genre, but like they always go through that. You know what I mean?
But like with especially Kamen Rider, like we've talked about before,
Yeah.
the distinguishing factor is that they are not human, or at least eventually their humanity is at stake.
Yeah.
They lose their humanity, and it's in knowing very well that after this happens, they won't be able to integrate back into mankind. They'll have to be away from others for the rest of their existence if they even die. And there's a tragic tone to that, but that's part of Kamen Rider is, you know, you do what you can to protect the ones you love and
They
protect
still
people.
look hot though.
I mean, they still look good. They still got an ass that's just
Can't
going, just like a fucking like a bowl of
I was watching XA today, and I was like, man, there's a lot of fucking hot guys in this show.
That's how it's been literally since like
I know it has, but
Ryuki.
I know it has been that way, but this one especially, I'm like, damn, they're all because there's always one of them that I'm like, they didn't go so far with that one, but this one I'm like, yeah, these are all model dudes.
I don't know. With our friend, like when she watched Gaim, like they're all attractive in Gaim, so it was just like, oh,
Not the fucker with the fucking bowl hat.
Sid?
Yeah.
You haven't seen him in like a non like Sid outfit. Like, have you seen the actor? He was in Den-O. But no, he's an okay looking dude.
I mean, he's not ugly.
I'm talking about the main cast at the very least.
I'm not talking about the main cast.
I'm talking about like
I'm talking about writers.
fucking Takatora's actor. You could fucking carve out Mount Rushmore with those cheeks, dude. Holy shit. I would die for him. Like, God, he is good looking. Oh my God. Like me and our friend, like we were just like watching the show. We were just like, oh my God, keep talking. Just keep going. He's so good looking.
Oh my God, I remember watching past Kamen Rider shows with past girlfriend, and we watched Kiva, and she would say the same thing too. Do you remember in Kiva the werewolf? Who's that guy?
Jin, but I know the actor.
That actor.
That
actor would be in multiple shows, and every time he showed up, she'd be like, "Holy fuck!"
Like a fucking like Twilight book or something. Like this handsome but mysterious man won't stop showing up wherever I go. Is he protecting me in the form of this TV show?
Yeah,
he's keeping an eye on me through this MP4 file.
Yeah, and it was really funny about that guy too. Just another story about it is that she worked somewhere and she had like a client that was Japanese, and like she had brought up Kamen Rider, and that guy specifically, and that Japanese mom was like, "Yeah, I like that."
I remember reading about like how they asked gay men in Japan who their favorite rider was.
Really?
Hibiki, bar none. Like, I don't blame you. I don't blame you, dude. Fucking Hibiki. We are completely off topic, but I want to stress fucking Hibiki.
There's just something about Hibiki's comment.
I'm not gay, but there's just something about Hibiki's Ongeki Boreka. Dude, I'm not gay, but no, dude, like, oh god, he's good looking. But no, that dude is really good looking too. We just started talking about handsome boys. Yeah, I don't know. I like Kuga's whole soundtrack. Agito's is really good, but I think Kuga's is my favorite like opening theme.
My top tier Agito, Ryuki, and then
okay, because like the cool thing about Kuga's soundtrack is Kuga's is like that awkward point between like 1990s and 2000s.
Yeah.
It's because year 2000 or whatever. It's that kind of at that awkward point, and so with Agito, it's a bit of a step forward. It's like, oh, okay, we're getting closer to like 2000s. Ryuki, full 2000s. That is as 2000s as a Rider theme song can sound, in my opinion.
And I love it.
And it got fucking Ash Ketchum singing it and everything. That's a great one. And that one also just like
I know it's a good thing when I will listen to these songs with other songs. Does that make sense? Like I will listen to them in a playlist of regular songs.
Sure.
Made by musicians, not like a soundtrack.
Okay, these people are musicians.
I mean, you know what I mean. Like not something made for something else.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I meant.
Yeah. I think Ryuki's is really good too because Ryuki has that same kind of tone of like, yeah, people are gonna get fucked up. Like people are gonna hurt.
Definitely.
I don't even really like the theme song, but Fai's opening theme, like the visuals for that shit.
Yeah, it's great.
Great. Like the fucking like strings wrapping around Mari, and then like the fucking like lo-fi TV, like the close up of a tube TV with the smart lady in it. That's I don't know.
Oh, I forgot to mention, I like Kiva's opening a lot too.
Ooh,
the first time I saw Kiva's opening, I was mine.
Kiva's opening theme to me, like that is
it's better than the show.
It's perfect. It's Wow, it's perfect. It's just like they can't top it. You cannot top Kiva's opening theme because the very first opening notes are like a highly distorted piano going like sounds Linkin Park as hell. Perfect. I was watching the first time. I was like this came right out of my like how I imagined it would be. Like this is perfect. And they got the fucking violins. Yeah. Like oh my god, put some leather wristbands on me and call me a mall goth, dude. I love this. I love.
What was this? Is this a stud belt you're wearing right now?
Fuck off. Okay, he's trying to sabotage me. This is a reversal against what I did to him.
No.
I'm not wearing a stud belt. I got too much overhang.
Whoa, Ken, where did you get these trip pants? I'm pretty into them.
All right, they're called trips with two P's. That has to be trip pants. Yeah. But no, I think I like Hibiki's main opening theme. That's great. No lyrics. Doesn't need lyrics. It's just like that's the show. That song just encapsulates everything the show is about. Also composed by Toshihiko Sahashi. That's just a great opening theme. The visuals aren't anything flashy either. Just straightforward. Got kanji written on their faces and stuff. I like it. Yeah, I don't know.
What's the worst one?
Worst one? Oh shit, that's a good question. Oh god, Ghosts.
I forgot how Ghosts went.
That's exactly it. It's like, God, how's it go? I know the opening notes, but I don't remember the main like leitmotif of it. But okay, because like I was disappointed with Drives at first because Drives is just rock. It's just rock music, like it's just J-rock. And at first I was kind of like, they couldn't have done something to make it fit a bit better, but like. What are you gonna do? Like, there's no music genre aside from Eurobeat, which they're not gonna do.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
There's no genre associated with race cars really, other than Eurobeat, and they're not gonna do Eurobeat. So it's only natural they're gonna do just generic J-rock. With Ghost, you gotta have some fucking like some like chambers sound and shit to it. Like do what Kiva did, where they integrated an element of the soundtrack. Fucking Ghost is just generic rock. Like you could literally take that song and tack it on anything else. Completely like. I think it's the band.
Yeah. It's
just not a good opening theme for the show. And it's just a forgettable song. I don't know. It's just a really underwhelming theme song. I don't know. That's the one I like. I dislike. I also got really sick of Wizards after a while. Just because, like,
I remember liking it, but I don't remember how.
I got really sick of it. It's Magica, Magita, Magica, Showtime. But I literally have that as an opening theme, as my ringtone. for my alarm for when I wake up because I hate that song so much now that it forces me to get up and turn it off.
Hey, it's perfect.
So, because that song, I have so many negative associations with it at this point,
Yeah.
and also it's just an annoying song. Just that magic. I just get really.
That's the best way to start your day, right?
It's the worst way to start my day, and every day is bad, which isn't much better than what it already is. But yeah, no. So what are some other good ones? I think Gimes is pretty good. It's got that kind of like.
Guns is okay.
You don't like Gimes? You don't think Gimes is bad? Is it good?
It's not bad. It's not super. It's not my favorite.
I think it fits the theme at
Yeah,
least.
sure.
It's got that kind of like that faint kind of like sort
gets
of
you pumped for
veneer,
the show.
absolutely just like do they know just like more. That's really good. God, what else? Other ones. O's of course spectacular.
I don't like it.
You don't? Fuck off!
That's
You're
why
lying.
That's why I never watched those.
You can just skip the opening.
You could just skip the opening. No, I have nothing.
I mean, with me with Wizard, it was like I would just hear the song like as I was skipping the song, so I'd hear it anyways, and I'd just buy it. But I mean,
O's is 1, 2, 3. Isn't
you got the medals 1, 2, and 3. Life goes on, anything goes. Coming up, O's. That's so good.
Yeah.
That's like the most vibrant, like upbeat
Even as
rider song.
Ska, right?
It's all ska. It is the most. O's is such a mishmash of so many different things, but there's this consistency to it. There's this big old cohesion in the music, in the themes,
Yeah.
in the visuals. Everything about O's is just really well put together, and the theme song is the nice little cherry on top of it all.
Yeah.
And apparently that singer, she that brought her career back because that
really?
song did so well. Yeah. Because she wasn't her music wasn't selling that well. And I like the guy with the really raspy voice. I just love that. It's really good. I love O's theme song. Forze's is really good. We haven't had a female singer for Rider in a while for opening themes. She's really good too. That one also just kind of gets you pumped up and everything.
Are you familiar with any of the Showa era songs? No,
Uh,
I know, but
I mean, I know some of them.
I know the ones I like are definitely the Black and then the original.
You like Blacks?
Yeah, I like Blacks.
But he can't sing.
That's alright.
I like Black RX's.
Maybe I'm getting confused with Black RXs.
Because Black they had fucking and even Tetsuo Kurata admitted like it wasn't a good song, or at least he wasn't a good singer.
Maybe I'm thinking the other one. But
Black RX is the one where
isn't
it's
it with Dun
wake up, dun dun dun. It's that one. Whereas the regular Black is da, 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 that one.
Oh yeah, I like that one.
Fuck you.
That's a good
No,
song.
but I don't really. I understand what you like. It's got a good opening. It's got like a good opening notes and everything. The song itself is fine. It's just the vote. Like Tetsuo Kurata was because that was when they were like, oh yeah, the actor has to sing too. And they still do that, but I think they're a bit better at picking out people who can sing now. But no, that one is. I don't care for the vocals for it.
It's debatable.
Okay. I mean, when the guy who sings it like kind of disowns the song himself, talks down the song itself.
Yeah, well, I don't know where you got that. Where are the sources?
Wikipedia.my ass.
Yeah,
Check it out.
Yeah.
I'm spreading right
Wait,
now.
hold on. Let me go there. Okay, that didn't pull anything up. You fucking lied to me.
That's because you just kind of hovered your hands over the keyboard. And also, Firefox is tabbed out.
No, is it?
Nope, stop. I'm holding his hands. His dog is just kicking away.
Yeah.
He's just sniffling. Yeah, he's nodding. He's like, yes, Kevin, yes, you are right. He's actually just looking at us, both really disappointed. Like this is what your lives have
He
come
came
to.
over to give his opinion on his favorite Kamen Rider tracks, and it's really interesting.
He's just blinking. Anyways, what were we talking about?
I don't know.
Black's theme song. I like Black RX's just because of that that synth guitar. The original Kamen Rider theme song is good. I like V3's is really good too. I like most of the theme songs for Showa. They're all very good. They all fit that kind of nice sort of. See, they all sound good. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like Jay's theme song. You ever heard that one? It's like fucking. 80s.
I've heard all of them at one point.
Yeah, sure, but I mean, like, do you remember it? That one's really good. Just because that one's also really like chill, but it's got like a '90s kind of tone to it. I like that. In terms of soundtracks, what's like your most memorable soundtrack? Do you think the one that you can think of the most?
Most memorable soundtrack, like everything in the show. Huh?
Well, just like the music, not the actual insert songs or anything with vocals. Just like the.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I feel like that most memorable or the ones that stick out to me, not necessarily my favorites, are
stick out. It's fine.
Hibiki, Ryuki,
If it makes you think about it, then that says something. Hibiki Ryuki, you said?
and I feel like Kabuto had memorable sounds, but
Kabuto is the same guy who did the soundtrack for Amazon's. It's got that I don't like Kabuto's soundtrack. It's got that burm, 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 burm. Just it sounds like it's just a bunch of keyboard.
It could be just me, my bias.
Well, and I also I don't know. I was going through a rough patch when I watched Kabuto, so I also just do not like that soundtrack. But I get Ryuki's is good. Hibiki's is because they got little trumpets sometimes. Because that was the cool thing about Hibiki's, the first half of Hibiki's, they changed the opening theme with different instruments and everything as the show went along. That was really cool. To me, the ones that stand out the most are just the one Kamen Rider Kugas, Kamen Rider Doubles, Kamen Rider Ozes, and Kamen Rider Gaims. Gaim to me being one of the best ones we've had in a really long time. Kosuke Yamashita, fucking great composer. He composed Cross Wars too. He needs to come back for Rider because he's so good. I don't know, because the soundtrack really encapsulates that whole feeling of, again, shit's gonna get fucked up. People are gonna get fucked up. You're not gonna come out of this in one piece. And that, I don't know. And the soundtrack makes me sad. It makes me happy. It makes me excited. It makes me angry. It makes me feel all sorts of emotions. It's really cool.
I think it's just for me, the way I enjoy media, it's just harder for me to remember soundtracks specifically.
That I totally understand. For some people, I always focus on music for stuff because also you know me enough that I'm also for the viewers, I like doing tabletop stuff. So I'm always on the lookout for what songs would fit a soundtrack if I were to do something. So for yeah, I'm like a nerd. Just a little nerd joke if you didn't get that.
There wasn't even a fucking
There
joke.
isn't even a fucking joke. The dog is showing his ass to me right now. But no, I always pay attention to music just by nature of who I am. Mm-hmm. So that's I don't know. Kugas is really good just because it sounds mid-90s, late 90s, early 2000s as hell, and also just legitimately sounds good. O's almost entire soundtrack is ska, aside from the villain themes and everything. Doubles.
Okay,
great.
Since we're on the topic of music, is there a song from Tokusatsu in general that will literally get you so fucking pumped that you always put it on?
A song?
You get super you're just your most favorite out of all of them.
Out of all of them?
Mm-hmm. I know mine.
What is it?
Mine is the Die Ranger opening.
Die Ranger is
I hear the fucking Die Ranger opening. I will fucking blast it.
I won. Full Force from Kabuto.
Oh, that's a good one.
The one that sounds like a fucking Transylvanian melody.
I also like Godspeed Love.
Yeah, that's good.
I will blast that shit super high. Or no, Lord of Speed. Sorry,
Lord of Speed.
That's what I meant.
I like Full Force just because Full Force sounds it sounds like a fucking rock version of a Transylvanian song, something out of a fucking vampire film, and then it just goes into its own thing. Ugh, it's so good.
So good.
I said that it was a guttural reaction, it was bad, but I'm literally coming to Full Force right now.
I'm
coming. But yeah, I don't know. That's the one I think of whenever I want to get pumped. I listen to that, and that's just kind of It's weird. Most of the music for Kabuto, the insert songs I don't like the soundtrack. I just don't like it. I just think it sounds bad. Which is weird because then the guy who did that went ahead and composed Amazon's soundtrack. Amazon's soundtrack is great. It's a good soundtrack. You can tell it's by the same composer. They have that same kind of sound to them. But yeah, who would you are there any composers that you can think of that, or artists that you would like to see do work for Kamen Rider music, be it an opening or artists or composers do opening?
I can only think of Western artists.
Oh, okay. I would because I've been on a big Hiroyuki Sawano kick. I would love to see him do that. He's done the soundtrack for Thunderbolt Fantasy, Kill la Kill, I'll Noah Zero. He did. He's the one that has all the vocals with the sound. Yeah, him. I would love to. He would be too.
Jam Project done Kamen Rider?
The guy who does Jam Project, one of the Jam Project vocals, is the voice for the Gamer Driver, so they'll probably do it eventually.
I just want Jam Project.
I wouldn't put it past them to do that later because the guy who voices the Ghost Driver, he's also a singer who's a big Kamen Rider fan. He did the theme song for the Hibiki movie, and then when Ghost came out, the soundtrack came out. They had a bonus track where it's just him doing a medley of all the forms as a theme song. I wouldn't be surprised if they did something like that, where they had Jam Project kind of feature making a bonus track of some kind. I mean, I wouldn't put it past him. I would love Hiroyuki Sawano. He would probably be too expensive to do. If they did something like Amazon's, where it's a 20-episode series, limited series, that'd be cool. Taku Iwasaki, I love him. He's great. Did the Gurren Lagann soundtrack and the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 2 soundtrack. I don't know. I just need that. I need that jazz dubstep behind my bug punching.
I need it right now.
I need it right now. So those are the ones I can think of. I don't know.
Hey, please back our Kickstarter to have jazz. What was it? Jazz punching.
I'm not gonna tell you what it was.
It was jazz punching, and
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was. It was jazz punching. And, you know, just send a little dollar this way so we can get that funded and finally get that jazz punching in our bug shows. You know where to hit us up at.
You know we're already using like legal music. We're already in legal